Always that worry that this week the star of the show might just be you.
It may be small, but the Mini coming in from the left seems to think that if you just keep going, others will get out of the way. Coming in from the right, a Danish driver who seems to think give way signs don't apply to him. And the driver on the right is heading off on the slip road, unaware that the other drivers aren't.
We're joined now by the presenter of that show, Alistair Stewart, with even more unbelievable footage of Motorway Madness. Welcome.
Good morning to you both.
You must be one of the best in Britain, I would
Absolutely.
Are you really careful all the time?
I am really careful, because I was listening to your introduction, and that's the whole point about if you don't watch what we show and underline as being crazy, stupid, you either kill yourself, damage yourself, or end up in clink, then it could be you next. And of course, it's fine standing in front of a camera saying, and here's another interesting clip, oh God, it's my car and it's me.
I know, I do live in dread that I'm going to see myself coming off the back of one of them.
It's very dangerous to drive with a fork in your hand. I think that really is something we should rule out now,
I hadn't even thought of that, Alistair. Well, you never know.
Have you ever been stopped yourself?
I'm afraid I have, 10 years ago, and I've owned up to it because there's an important lesson in it. I was done for drunken driving 10 years ago. I'd been to a party, I'd overestimated my capacity, and fortunately there was no accident or anything, but I was stopped and I failed. The purpose of the law is to stop it happening, and the purpose of the conviction is to make damn sure you don't do it again. So my rule now is, if I know I'm driving, I don't drink at all. And it's much the easiest way. It's the Scandinavian rule, and I think there's a lot of merit in suggesting it might apply here.
Well, they're trying to push it through here, aren't
Well,
they?
they brought the limit, there's a proposal to bring the limit down from 80 to 50. I can't remember what the exact units are, but milligrams per so many litres of blood or what have you. But it's always that problem, isn't it? Because alcohol takes away that capacity to make judgments. And you have that first glass of wine, you think, oh, well, the second one will be fine. Just so much easier. You know, get a taxi, persuade your partner to drive you. But if you're driving, don't touch it. And I do speak from bitter and personal experience.
Do you think there's more of a public intolerance now to bad driving?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we show that in the programme because so often it is an individual who is doing something that is just completely crazy. And at the end of the day, they are likely to wreck their beloved motor car, damage themselves, or ultimately kill themselves. Well, that's a stupid and selfish, imposed piece of craziness. But, you know, there are millions of other folk out there on the road, and if you're speeding, you're cutting someone up, the clips you're just showing there about the 10 things not to do, indicating stupidly. You know, you see a car ahead of you, it's telling you it's going to turn right, you assume that's fine, and you're going to overtake quite legally on the inside, and whap! He comes across in front of you. So the guy doing the crazy thing, that's up to him or her. But what about the innocent victim? And I do think people, and the police quite rightly, have become a lot more intolerant. The key thing about the programme is it shows you and me and you what we sometimes think is okay, and also we sometimes think we'll get away with.
Let's have a look at some more clips of people who didn't get away with it.
Always signal well in advance before changing direction. Give way to oncoming traffic. When the inside lane is clear, don't dawdle along in the middle lane. And never reverse on the motorway.
Reverse light's not needed. Look at that.
If you miss your junction, carry on to the next one and turn round.
Do you think the show actually acts as a deterrent?
Yeah, I think that's a very, very good example there at the end. The typical case of something that is, in that case, he got away with it, but is potentially devastatingly dangerous. And my theory is that an awful lot of us do things like that. And when you're in that one dimension, driving along in a straight line, left or right, or what have you, you're unaware of what it looks like from up top. And the police have these cameras all over the place on gantries on the motorway and what have you. And when you see it from a top shot, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. And you suddenly think, did I really do that? And is that the potential? You know, reversing up a slip lane, you don't know that there's a big black Mercedes hurtling down towards you, quite legally, at 70 miles an hour. And if he's coming at you at 70 and you're going that way at 30, it's fatal.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's all very well watching that as